Greetings and salutations, everyone. It is KJ, and I am back here at Sunset Samurais for an awesome and easy lesson for beginners learning how to play guitar. So yes, I aim to simply simplify here for you today. And just to let you know what I'm using, I have my glary guitar here. And as I mentioned in one of my other videos when I had used this one to teach a lesson, left-handed, which I am, and this was a very reasonably priced guitar. So when I got it, I had some new pickups put in it, new electronics, new tuning heads, and I really like it. So I have Wilkinson pickups put in here. I think these are Grover tuning heads, had a new nut put in, new electronics, new volume and tone, and 5-way switch. So, also the amplification that I'm using, just to let you guys know, so that you can hopefully dial in close to what I have. So I'm using the neck pickup here with the 5-way switch. It's pulled all the way up, so I have the neck pickup. And I'm using the Roland Cube amplifier. And I have my master volume about at 1 o'clock. And the delay is all the way up. My tone knob is at about 30%. My gain, which is the distortion, is at about 12 o'clock. And I have the amp selector, because there's a selector switch for different model amps. I mainly usually will use the rectifier. Today, right now, I have it on the British Combo Stack. All right. So, also, I am tuned a half step down, which is E flat tuning. So, let me just give you my low E, and then we will jump right into this, okay? So the first thing that I want to make mention of with this awesome and easy lesson for beginners learning how to play guitar, most guitar teachers are going to start you off learning chords. This is tragic and totally incorrect. Now why? Well, to make these bar chords, any kind of chords, okay, you have to have coordination, dexterity, muscle memory, and strength in your fingers. How do we develop that when we first start playing? Well, the awesome, easy answer is by playing solo type things, soloing patterns, phrasing, learning how to move around, developing that dexterity and that muscle memory. You know, it only makes sense that whatever it is you're trying to do physically, well, when you're practicing, you want to emulate or develop exactly the type of skills that you're trying to hone, to have that attribute, that skill level. All right? So, here's what we're going to do. What we're going to do is revisit a lesson that I taught quite a while ago. There's a song, the blueprint for shred guitar, in fact, by Yngwie J. Malmsteen's Rising Force album, a song called Black Star. There is a phrase that he does in this song, this instrumental piece, on one string, the high E. And it's an A harmonic minor scale pattern. All right? Now, we're going to be using that, but we're going to break it down. So we're not going to have to utilize this pattern that I'm going to show you right here, right now, in terms of some of the techniques and concepts we're going to be working on today. But I just want you guys to be aware of it so that in the event you want to start practicing this, well, that will help you that much more, and you will be that much better for it. So, here are the frets we're going to be using. Fret 2, fret 3, fret 5, fret 7, fret 9, fret 10, fret 12, fret 14, fret 15, fret 17, fret 19. Conversely, going from high to lower, we're going to go 19, 17, 15, 14, 12, 10, 9, 7, 5, 3, and 1. And open. And then from there, slide right up to the 12th fret. Same exact pattern can be used on every single string. Every string. Now, how we're going to start this is going to be arpeggiated and very bluesy. Let me show you what I mean by that, okay? When I say arpeggiate, this is a sweep. And to sweep pick, it just means mute the strings until you're on the one that you want the delay of the note to ring out. So what I mean by this is this. If I take my pinky and I bar the G string, the B string, and the high E string on the 5th fret, right? And rake pick and mute the strings, right? Notice I have the palm of my hand close to the bridge and I'm muting the strings except the high E. Except the high E. So now, what a rake is this. Just like that. So again, I'm on the 5th fret and I'm going to have, with my pinky, from the G string down to the high E. Then I'm going to have my index finger on the 2nd fret on the high E string. Okay? So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go just like this. Use your first, middle, and pinky finger, which that's the goal. If you're not there yet and you don't have that coordination, that's fine. Just go like this. Or you can use your ring finger and your index finger, like so. With my pick, I'm not letting it leave the string, right? Notice how it's resting. Okay, so now after that, we're going to go up again. So this is from the 2nd fret of the high E to the 3rd fret of the high E is a half step. Then we're sliding up with the index finger onto the 3rd fret and then using the ring finger to go to the 5th fret. Now what we're going to do is slide up again to the 5th fret and use the ring finger on the 7th. And then we're going to slide up again to the 7th fret and use the ring finger on the 9th. And then we're going to slide up with that ring finger to the 10th fret. Then we're going to slide up from the 7th fret to the 9th fret. And then we're going to use the middle finger on the 10th fret and the ring finger on the 12th fret. Then we're going to take the index finger from the 10th fret and slide up to the 12th fret, and then use the middle finger on the 14th fret and the ring finger on the 15th fret. Okay? So let me demonstrate what I mean by that, right? Just like that. Okay? Now, to demonstrate the whole phrase one last time before we get into the meat of the matter, is this. So it would go like this. Now, as I said, we're going to simply simplify. So we're going to be doing some bluesy stuff, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go like this. Notice I slid also on the B string from the 5th to the 7th fret. So I went that arpeggiated sequence, barring the G and the B string on the 5th fret, and then lifting that off, and the note right here on the 2nd fret on the high E is the one we ring out, and then slide up, hammer on to the 5th fret, and then take this, either the index finger or the ring finger, and go from the 5th fret on the B to the 7th fret of the B and give it some vibrato, meaning bend it up a little bit. Bend it up and release it a little bit, okay? So it'd be this. Okay? So notice I don't really have any distortion on. The only thing I have on as an effect is the delay and a little bit of gain. And what this helps with, and I got my volume rolled back a little bit, my main volume here on my pickup on my guitar. And what this is going to help you to do, if you pick correctly, like I'm going to demonstrate and try to instruct you with today how to pick properly with this, it's going to help you to play very clean, very distinctly, and develop these skills that you need to have strength in your fingers, to be able to move around, and to also play chords or anything on the guitar, really. Okay, this is what you need to do in order for that to happen. So, again, we're here with this arpeggiated sequence, which simply means a broken chord, right? So I'm going. So we're using these notes. Okay. One more time as a recap. That's a slide. I'm sliding from 5 to 7. And then I go back to 5 and I hammer on with my ring finger, see? While holding down this note right here on the 5th fret of the B string. And then by bending that note up and down a little bit, giving it some vibrato. Okay, so again, this is what you want right here. Okay, now we're going to expand on that. And what I mean by expand on that is create more phrasing in the framework of this pattern of the shape that I gave you, which means this. We're going to go from 2nd to the 3rd to the 7th to the 9th to the 10th. So 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, 10. All right? We're staying within that on each of the strings, and I will show you what I mean. I'm using the palm of my hand to mute the string, and I'm changing the pattern now to show you guys another aspect to practice to develop this dexterity, right? So 2, 3, 5. So you want to use the 1st finger, the middle finger, and the 4th finger. And it doesn't matter if you do it slow at first. You should work on things slowly at first. Okay, that's what helps develop the muscle memory. All right, so. And that is muted. I'm muting. But notice my picking. The pick barely leaves that string. So I'm going down, up. Very small strokes. Like just enough to sweep across the other side of the string. So that's another reason why you should begin to practice slowly at first to develop these proper techniques, right? Then we're going to go after the 2, 3, 5. Then we're going to go 3, 5, 7. Now you can either do that with one finger, or you can do it with your 1st finger and your ring finger and slide up. Or if you can and you do have some coordination already and you've been playing for a while, and even if you haven't, you should strive to develop this. No matter how slow you are, that doesn't matter. Okay, what matters is developing these skills. That's what is important here. All right, so we're going to go 1, 2, 4. So 1st finger, middle finger, ring finger. Or I'm not ring finger, I'm sorry, pinky. So again, like this. Then after that, then we're going to go to the 5th fret, 7th fret, and 9th fret and do the same thing. So the pattern is, then it's, and then it's, which is 10, 12, 14. And then we're at 12, 14, 15. So, then if you want to go to the next one, it's going to be 15, 17, 19. All right, but you don't have to go that far, right? This would be sufficient right here. Same thing on the high E. Now, if you're feeling very confident in your ability to do that type of alternate picking, and you got the pattern down, and you got the sufficient strength in your fingers, now you want to do both strings, right? So it'd be... Okay. So that's the pattern, and you can do this on any set of these strings, like all the strings. Like you can do that with the low E and the A, you can do that with the D and the G and the B, and then the B and the high E like we're doing right now. So you can do it with all of them, okay? Like for example... Now, we're going to break that down into smaller segments, smaller phrases, okay? What I mean by that is this, okay? So, there's two arpeggiated sequences that I'm going to show you. Both are triads, okay? So, the first one is going to be right here. So, we're going to start on the 4th fret on the G, the 3rd fret on the B, and then the 2nd fret on the high E. And then, of course, we're going to the 3rd fret on the high E, to the 5th fret of the high E, slide up to the 7th fret. Okay, so what I mean by that is, again, a rake pick. So we're raking. I'm muting the first two, the B and the G, and leaving my palm off of the high E so that that note rings out and I have some delay of that note going on, right? Like that. Okay? All right, one more time. One more time. So there was a hammer-on pull-off. So when I hit the note right here on the 7th fret, and then hammer on to the 9th fret, and then pull off, right? That's a hammer-on pull-off. Like that. That's very important to develop that too, because that is going to help you tremendously. Or you can start going like this, right? So, expand on that now and put in some more bluesy stuff, meaning going to other strings as well. Okay, not just the high B and the high E string. So, here's what we're going to do now. So that lick was... So I'm bending on the G string on the 9th fret. Then I'm barring the G and the B on the 7th fret, right? Okay? And notice with that, I just slid up while I was bending. All right, one more time. So notice what I'm doing. I bend up on the 9th fret of the G, bar the B and the high E on the 7th fret. Then I go with my ring finger to the 10th fret, bend it, release after the bend, pull off, hit this note again on the 7th fret on the high E, bend up the note on the B string on the 10th fret, let it down, go back to this note right here on the 7th fret, and then once again bend the note on the B string on the 10th fret, and then without picking, let it down, slide up, bend it up again, let it down slightly, go up to the 12th fret by sliding, and bend it up again. So what I mean by that is this. That. All right. Now we're going to do another type of arpeggio, a broken chord that we're going to sweep pick. So we're going to start on the 10th fret of the G, the 9th fret of the B, and the 7th fret of the high E. Right? And again, we're going to mute. We're going to mute the G and the B with our palm on the bridge of our guitar, right? And go and leave that high E open so we can grab that note and give it a little bit of vibrato and let it ring out so we got a solid note delaying, meaning ringing out, right? So like this. Like that. That's a trill. When you hammer on and pull off quickly like that after picking one time, I call that the Trower trick, the Robin Trower trick. That's a trill. So... Stop there for this one. And I can tell you honestly that if you stick to this regimen and you practice this often, like every day, you will become better. I can guarantee that. Because why? I've done this myself and I'm still doing these exercises. I call these exercises. But this is actually playing. And this is correct. This is one of the correct means and methods of practicing to become better, whether a beginner, intermediate, or advanced. So thank you for watching, everyone. This awesome, easy lesson to play guitar as a beginner. All right? Please like, share, and subscribe. Do not forget to hit that notification bell. And I will be back with the second part to this, which will be a little more advanced, but I'm still going to simplify it for you guys so that you can grasp hold of this. And again, I hope that all these things that I've done over the years that I'm sharing with you now on video here for YouTube to help you guys to become better guitar players. I hope that it is working. And if it is, leave me a comment. Let me know. Let me know what you think about this lesson. Thank you very much. Have a great one. And I will be back very soon. Take care, everyone.